You're right. Seems like a really major layer. It's getting lighter out, so
Yeah.
hopefully this records good. Might have to readjust that next week or something. So yeah, for our practice today, we'll just need yoga mats, and we'll start our practice either lying down or seated. And then we'll just take a couple of moments to settle in. Taking a few rounds of breath. Closing your eyes. Allowing the arms and legs to rest in an easy and effortless way. Taking a few moments to scan through your body. And wherever possible, soften and release any areas of physical tension that you become aware of. And so to find our focus today, we'll be using our breath as what we might say as home base. Bringing our attention back to our home base, to our focus. Beginning by just continuing your natural breath. Noticing where the breath is easiest to detect and where the breath also feels pleasant and neutral. So as we start to become aware of the breath and its qualities, we might be paying attention to how the breath feels as it flows in and out of your nose. You might feel the touch of your breath around your nostrils or the upper lip. Perhaps you feel the movement of your chest or the rising and falling of your abdomen. And maybe you feel your whole body like a balloon expanding with the in-breath and deflating with the out-breath. Just kind of scanning through maybe a couple of those as we breathe, and noticing what maybe stands out most for you. Taking these moments to bring your attention to the sensations of breathing in one of these areas. Relaxed attentiveness. Without a need to control the breath. Rather, maybe sense that you're receiving the breath, much like you'd listen to sound. Discovering what our breath is like as a changing experience of sensations. Allowing the breath to be a place to rest and be aware. Breath moves in, noticing what it's like. Breath moves out as we exhale, letting go, and again noticing sensations. Notice where your attention is at this moment. You might find your mind has drifted off into thoughts. Just completely natural. The mind is conditioned to move off into thinking about the future, the past. You become aware of thinking beyond the breath. Using a mental note, just say thinking, thinking, pause, and then relax. Opening the attention again, aware of the sounds around you. Relaxing your body. Without any judgment, just allow yourself to gently return again to the inflow and outflow of breath. Letting this breath be a home base that reconnects you with your own presence. As you feel ready, let's begin to blink the eyes open, maybe a gentle nod of the head from side to side, and taking some movement into the neck, the shoulders, fingers, toes. We're going to take our time. Take your time, make your way to a tabletop position. Let's begin with cat and cow breath as soon as you make your way to tabletop. Again, no hurry. Coming back to neutral and then making your way to a downward facing dog. As you move into down dog, let's take some movement, maybe pedaling the heels. If you need to readjust hands and shoulders. If you want to move into open hip position here, one side and the other, you can do that too. Let's take maybe the next 10 or so rounds of breath, just playing around with movement. Sometimes bending into the knees. Let's start to walk our hands back to our feet. Moving through forward fold. And let's come up to chair position. On the exhale again, let's go ahead and fold forward. Walk the hands forward to plank or kneeling plank. We're going to add in a chaturanga push-up here, toes or knees. Pressing back up to your plank or kneeling plank. Walk the hands back to your feet. Come back to forward fold. Chair pose. On the exhale, fold forward. Let's walk it out to plank or kneeling plank. Maybe adding in the chaturanga push-up here if that is not feeling good this early in the practice for you, that's okay. Come back to plank or kneeling plank. And walk your hands back to your feet. Forward fold. And chair. Folding forward. Walk it forward, plank or kneeling plank. Optional chaturanga push-up. Back to plank or kneeling plank. And walking back to forward fold. Let's flow through that one more time. From your plank, let's move back to downward facing dog. And then set the knees down in a tabletop position. Adding in spinal balance here. Any version of spinal balance. You can add a little bit more space holding on either side. You can add in elbow to the knee. Always finding a pace that works for you. Keeping the spine strong, belly drawn in. Coming back to your tabletop position, and we're going to go ahead and lower all the way down to our belly. Let's lift up for Cobra. And then lowering the chest back down. We're going to lift everything up for Locust with airplane arms, reaching fingertips towards the feet. On the exhale, let's go ahead and lower down again. This time I'll lift up for Locust, reach the arms forward. Continue breathing. And go ahead and lower everything down. Rest one arm over the other. Let the legs rest. You can rest your forehead on your arms. And then gently, let's just rock our hips from left to right. Coming back to the center. Let's draw our arms underneath of our shoulders and press up to plank or kneeling plank. We're gonna lift our right heel into the air, so we're kind of in a one-legged plank here. Draw the right knee towards the right arm. Take it across to the left. Back to the right. Step back to plank. And then step your right leg forward into lunge. We're going to set our left knee down. Kneeling lunge, let's reach the arms overhead. On the exhale, forward fold. Go ahead and bring your hands down to the mat. Step forward. On your inhale breath, chair pose. And as you exhale, chair prayer twist to your right. As you come back to the center, balancing chair or chair, your choice. Go ahead and set the heels down. We're going to take chair prayer twist to the left. Back to balancing chair. And then as you exhale, let's fold forward. On the inhale breath, circle, sweep the arms around and up. As you exhale, let's bring our hands to the low back, lifting up for a back bend, supported by the hands. On your next inhale breath, take the arms out in a T, open wide through the chest, and exhale to fold forward. Let's move through a vinyasa here. Slowly, let's start to roll forward into plank or kneeling plank. Lifting the left heel into the air. Draw the left knee towards the left arm. Take it across to the right. To the left. And then step back to plank. On your exhale breath, let's step our left foot forward into lunge. And set your right knee down for kneeling lunge. Reach the arms overhead. On the exhale, let's step up to forward fold. Chair pose. And then exhale, chair prayer twist to the right. Balancing chair. Or chair without the balance. Chair prayer twist left. Balancing chair. And fold forward. You inhale, circle, sweep the arms overhead. On the exhale, hands to the low back. Back bend, lift the chest skyward. Inhale to open the arms in a T. And fold forward. And your vinyasa. Let's go ahead and set the knees down. Child's pose. And as you feel ready, let's make our way to downward facing dog. On your next exhale breath, let's step our right leg to the top of the mat for lunge. Reaching the arms up for high lunge. And a nice stable stance here. On the next inhale breath, let's take cactus arms. Open the chest, we're squeezing our shoulder blades behind us. As you exhale, draw the elbows together and then crunch elbows towards your right knee. As you inhale, let's open. Exhale, elbows toward knee. Let's do that a couple more times. Open and bring it in. Moving into low lunge twist, bring your left hand down to the mat. Right arm reaches up. And we're going to lift up into lunge with split arms. So your right arm's going to reach forward, the left arm reaches back. Chest is leaning forward slightly. Go ahead and set your back heel down, reverse warrior. So we're going to reach the right arm up. This long stretch through the right side of the body. Side angle pose. To reverse warrior. Side angle. Reverse warrior. So we're going to lunge into our left leg as we take a side lunge towards the back of the mat. Reach the arm forward, chest halfway towards the floor, so chest parallel with the floor. Lunge back into your right knee, reverse warrior. And then side lunge to the left leg, reach the arms forward, back to reverse warrior. Straightening out the legs, triangle pose. Right arm reaches down, left arm reaches up. Stacking shoulders. And then let's step our left leg forward, figure 4. So we're gonna cross the left leg over the right. Sit back into the hips. Go ahead and uncross the leg, left leg high, standing splits. On the exhale, Jiva squat, bring the left knee in towards the back of the right calf. Sitting down into a squat, back up to standing splits. And Jiva squat. Standing splits. We're going to bring our left leg through one-legged Tadasana. Take your time to come all the way up to standing. No hurry. And then we're going to cross our left leg over the right as we sit back down into figure 4. Now as you sit down into figure 4, see if we can sit back a little bit farther this time. Maybe even reaching fingertips down towards the floor. And if that feels like too much, we stay a little higher or even higher. Always can use anything in your space for balance. Tree pose, take your left foot to the inner ankle, calf, or thigh. On your exhale breath, let's fold forward and move through a vinyasa. On your exhale breath, let's step left leg forward. Coming up into your high lunge. On the inhale breath, we open into cactus arms. We're in a kind of chest opener that you like here. Exhale, elbows towards the knee, crunch and lean the chest forward. Move with your breath. From your elbows to knee position, bring your right hand down to the mat, left arm reaches up, twist. And then we'll move into that split stance arm, left arm forward, right arm back. We're in a lunge position with the chest leaning forward. Go ahead and set your right heel down as you move into reverse warrior. And side angle. Reverse warrior. Side angle. Reverse warrior. So we're going to turn to face our right side as we lunge into our right leg. Lean the chest forward halfway, reach out. Come back to a lunge into the left leg as we move back to reverse warrior. Switch the lunge to the right leg. Extend out, back to reverse warrior. Let's straighten out the legs. Triangle pose. And then we'll bring our right leg forward into figure 4. So take your time to find the balance. Cross the right leg over, shift the hips back. Let's uncross the right leg, send it high, standing splits. Jiva squat will bring the knee towards the back of the left calf. Squatting down, lift back up to standing splits. Knee in as we squat down, Jiva squat. Back to standing splits. And then let's bring our right leg through one-legged Tadasana. Find stability in this space first. And then start to move into figure four, crossing right leg over the left. Sit the hips back, sitting back, sitting back. Again, maybe you have a little more space this time. Maybe reaching towards the floor, or if you had a block would be great. Please add block here. Tree pose, we bring our right foot to the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. On the exhale breath, let's fold forward. End of vinyasa. On our next breath, let's step right leg forward, lunge. High lunge. Take open arms, cactus arms. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, open. Exhale, elbows towards the knee. Low lunge, twist. Bring the left hand down, right arm reaches up. Lunge. Split stance, arms, right arm forward, left arm back. To reverse warrior. Side angle. And reverse warrior. Side angle. Reverse warrior. Side lunge towards the left leg. Chest leans forward, reach out. Back to reverse warrior. Side lunge towards your left leg. Reverse warrior. Triangle pose. Figure four. Bring the left leg forward, cross it over, sit back. Go ahead and uncross, send the left leg high, standing splits. Exhale, Jiva squat. Standing splits. Jiva squat. Standing splits. Bring that leg through one-legged Tadasana. Cross the leg over, figure four. Moving as low as your hips allow. Tree pose. And fold forward. Vinyasa. On the next exhale breath, let's step left leg forward. High lunge. Cactus arms. Elbows toward the knee. It's open. Elbow to knee. Low lunge twist. Right hand down, left arm reaches up. Split arm stance. Lunge. Left arms forward, right arms back. Reverse warrior. Side angle. Reverse warrior. Side angle. Reverse warrior. Lunging into your right leg, turn to face right. Reverse warrior. Side lunge. Reverse warrior. Triangle pose. Let's bring our right leg through figure four. And cross the right leg, send it high, standing splits. Jiva squat. Standing splits. Jiva squat. Standing splits. And then we bring our leg through one-legged Tadasana. Figure four. Sit low. Tree pose. Fold forward. Vinyasa. Let's find our way to resting position of choice. Any seated position, any version of child's pose. Maybe you want to lay down right now, that's okay too. As we take this pause in our practice, check in with the breath. A breath that moves us throughout our entire practice. Maybe notice qualities of the breath that may be different from the beginning of our practice, that may again be different at the end of our practice. Notice which parts of the breath are really resonating with you at this moment in your practice. Let's go ahead and bring both of our legs out in front of us. Extend them out. Let's take a nice long breath and lengthen through the spine. And fold forward. We're going to start to lift ourselves back up. Bring the hands back behind the hips. We're going to lift up for a reverse plank. If you prefer reverse tabletop here, you can do that as well. Pressing down into the hands. Softly set the hips back down on the mat. Let's take the legs wide. Again, lengthen through the spine and fold forward. Taking your time, let's walk ourselves back up. Step both feet in, place them on either side of your mat here, so feet are wide, and we're just going to windshield wipe our knees gently from left to right. And then go ahead and roll onto your back. We'll draw the knees in towards the chest. Give yourself a little rock. Maybe be still. Let's alternate knees to chest. So as you draw the right knee in, extend the left leg long. And then switch. So as you hug each knee in towards the chest, just give it a little squeeze outside the line of the chest. Just opening into the hips a little bit more by doing that. As you draw the right knee in, let's move into a hamstring stretch as we straighten out the leg. You can take hold behind the hamstring here. You can also bend the left knee by setting the left foot on the mat. You can also take hold behind the calf. You can also grab big toe here. Just wherever it feels like a good stretch and you don't feel pitching or like pain on the back side of your knee joint. Let's move that into a half of a happy baby. Take hold of either inside or outside edge of the right foot. Drawing the right knee outside of the line of the body. Again, your left leg can be straight or bent here. And then let's take the right knee across the body as we move into a twist. So as you draw the right knee across, see if you can bring both shoulder blades onto the floor. Maybe turn your gaze over to the right. And let's bring it all back to the center, readjust the hips. We'll draw the left knee in towards the chest. And then move into your hamstring stretch. So taking hold behind the hamstring or behind the calf. So we don't want to place pressure on the back of the knee joint here. So one or the other, and then again, right leg bent or extended. Half happy baby. So we draw the left knee outward. Or the opposite of whatever you just did. And then we'll take the left knee across the body. So we move into our twist. Readjust shoulders, extending our left arm out, maybe turning left gaze over to your left. And we'll come back to the center. Just readjusting our hips to be neutral. As you feel ready, let's extend out into our Shavasana. Take the next couple of minutes here just for complete relaxation. So we'll just take our time to awaken from our Shavasana. As we close our practice, if we choose to come back to a seated position, let's take some time to find a nice tall spine. Relaxed jaw, relaxed hands, relaxed shoulders. And we'll take a breath together. Inhale. And release the breath. Namaste.
Namaste.